Hey folks, it's John Doyle with today's race of the day. It's going to be Aqueduct Race 5 on Thursday, January 6th. Before we dive in, I just wanted to step back and make sure some of you folks can see the resources we have in terms of information about our products on our website. If you want to do that, this is the library button right up here. And you click that, and what you'll see is for each of the products, a bunch of stuff in here, samples, videos, reference guides. Today, I'm going to be really kind of focused on notes. So you can see that we have a couple of things under notes, quick reference guide, which I'll click, and then this comes up and just shows you the fields and explains the fields in notes. And this is, notes is part of grid. So you just kind of focus here and you can see the information and it'll explain it to you. If you click, you see this is a hot link, OptixNOTES keyword dictionary. You click that, you get all the keywords. There's like 4 pages of them. The one that I'm going to be focused in a little bit today is called Other. It's a little bit of a catch-all thing, especially when we don't get keywords that exactly fit. The Other is a good resource. And I'm going to also point out when you're looking at Other, make sure you're looking at extended comments. You should be anyway, but especially if you see the keyword Other, you want to be focused in on the extended comments because there could be some real good information in there. So anyway, that's the library. Again, just want to point out race of the day. Once you sign in, we have Focus, and that's another report that we do for Santa Anita on all their race days. And then the video race today, you can get access it through the web, through the homepage too. Some of you are receiving it via email, but this is another resource. If you don't see an email, there might be something new there, so you might want to go. Okay, let's go to race 5 at Aqueduct. I'm going to look at the plot here, and looks like a reasonable plot. Looks, but the only thing I notice, and you could tell this is a maiden 25. When you don't have these run styles, that means these horses really haven't established a run style. So I'm a little less trustworthy of the plot. So I'm going to go into grid. Okay, let's get into the grid. And one of the things I'm going to do is here, I'm going to look at the races in the last 45 days. Okay. And I see 2 horses kind of got big figures and the rest got really low figures. So one you have is the number 6 who gets the big figure on the turf. So we really can't compare that one. And the other big figure is it's going to be the morning line favorite, the number 2, even money. Okay. Now notice though that the even money favorite has this keyword that I described as other. So let's go look what other means. Okay, so we want to see an extended comment, and you just hover it over and it'll bring it up, or you can click on it and then it brings it up to the top. So I don't like this comment. I don't like it for the horse. It says no real excuse, but had every chance to run down long shot winner. Okay, at the maiden 20 level. To me, that's a negative. Okay, so I might want to look to beat this horse. It looks like a bad field though. So this horse is even money in the morning line. So this horse is probably going to be anywhere between 3 to 5 and 4 to 5 is my guess. I think this horse is worth taking a shot against in such a weak field. Now the 6 is going to be the second choice, and he may be a little bit vulnerable because he earned his number on the grass, even though it was against maiden special weights. It was on the grass. So I want to do is I'm going to clear the filters, and I want to look at, because there's some horses coming off turf races or races that were moved to the turf and all the rest. So I just want to say dirt races, and I'm going to sort on odds. I'm sorry, on figures. And you can see that the 2 is the horse that we talked about, the favorite. And then you got this number 5 and number 1 that look like they got pretty good numbers comparatively. So 1 and 5 look like horses that could compete. So let me go back. I just want to make another case against the favorite a little bit. So you can see right away, I'm just, I've established the fact that, a favorite might be vulnerable. And now I'm looking for who can, just want to verify that vulnerability and just go from there. So this horse looks like he's got some big figures that would crush this field. But first of all, they're at Laurel. That's about a tier or 2 down from New York. The races, you can see they have this off the turf symbols, right? Or on the turf. So this horse was doing turf racing off the turf. In fact, that last race was his first dirt race. Okay, his first dirt race. It was against 20,000 main level, and the horse was 5-2, and that comment that we have. So I don't trust exactly that he's going to improve off of that race, or that and he even might regress. And you just kind of look at his other numbers. Well, his other numbers are great, but they were in different kind of races, at different tracks, on different surfaces, with different kinds of fields. So I think this horse, even though is looks beatable. And so let's look at some of the others that we talked about. Okay, let's look at the one, because that was one of the horses that kind of floated high to the top. Around a 65 last time. It's going to need to improve off of that, and just really hasn't shown much in terms of running anything higher. So, I mean, if the favorite comes back, this horse kind of repeats his performance, maybe improves a little bit, maybe. Okay. The morning line odds on this one is 15-1. I give him a shot in this race. Don't love him. The 5 is the interesting horse, and here's another use for the other. Okay. So, like I said, some things don't always fit in categories. So if you look at the last race of Really Sight, okay, he ran a 68 and a B minus at this level on a good track. And it says traffic and other. Let's go to the extended comments and see what this says. Between traffic and dirt eating, this was an okay performance. Okay, so it wasn't to the level of a kickback kind of thing, but this horse actually was getting dirt in his face. So we can expect improvement with this horse. And he has run better numbers in the past. So again, he's another horse that's done some running on the grass, but he's had a dirt number of 71. He fits right in that range, right? I mean, the favorite 74, that horse comes back a little bit. And look at the odds on this horse, 8-1 in the morning line. So this horse is definitely viable in this race. And when you really kind of look again at the race and you really look at the form on dirt, uh, really the horses that kind of jump out of the 1, 2, and the 5, and we just kind of went through them. So let's go back to the plot, see if there's anything there that kind of jumps in. Well, the 2 uh, plots well. The 5 also plots very well on standard, okay, and not too bad on surface this. He's in quadrant 1. So he plots okay. The 1 plots okay. You notice the 6 has got the big plot. I just don't trust the 6. Let's go back to him. He was the other horse that we said that did most of his good racing on turf. You can see, right from the get-go, he was running on dirt. We pegged him as a turf horse, and he improved on turf. I don't see him improving and coming back. I'm a little surprised how good his plot is on surface and distance, and I just must be the fact that he's running and he's pretty good maiden special weights. So, but I think he's another horse, really more of a turf horse that we can take advantage of. So in race 5, probably going to use 2 horses in my double. I'm going to key the number 5 and back up with number 1. And there's another use of OptixNOTES, and be able to use it to maybe identify a vulnerable favorite and some long shots. Okay. And again, you want to be reading these extended comments. Okay. So that's it for race 5 at Aqueduct on January 6th. Wow, we're in January, right? I appreciate the feedback I've been getting on the videos. Keep them coming. Thanks a lot. Thanks for listening to us. And check us out at optixeq.com. Thanks for listening.